people, welcome to Kimbaskrafts. My name is Kim, and if you're new here, hello, welcome, and if you're returning, love you guys. Thank you for stopping back. I am still trying to finish my Advent canvas. This was a doozy. Yes, it was a doozy. It is a doozy. So I have 3 doors left. We are going to diamond paint door number 22 over there. But as you can see, it is a bunch of snow globes. It has a huge tree. There are ornaments, glass ornaments, and then snow globe-like ornaments as well. And this gorgeous painting is done by the artist Randy Wollenmann. In the description below, you will find a link to his personal website that has a bunch more other paintings that he's done, as well as items and merchandise that you can purchase with his artwork on them. There are also a couple links to companies that have turned his beautiful paintings into puzzles. So go ahead and check those out as well. I really highly encourage you to do so, as I believe there are paintings that are puzzles that aren't on his website. I'm guessing maybe they're older paintings. I don't know, but still, this looks like an ostrich to me. I can't not look at that and see eyeballs, a tuft of hair, a chin, a beak, and his long neck. I can't do it. I feel like I have to name him. I don't know. What am I going to name him? Let me see. What are we going to name you? Oscar? Okay, we'll go with Oscar. It is a ballerina, but I see Oscar. I'm sorry, I just do. I can't help it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and there's no prep needed here. And this is coming off this washi here. Because, yeah, there's nothing to cut off. We are all cut out. This is a rather big section here. I don't know. Oh yeah, it must be a scene because this is the snow globe. But let's see here. People in Japan eat KFC for Christmas, according to the BBC. It is estimated that 3.6 million Japanese families eat KFC on December 25th. I want some KFC, some biscuits, some crunchy chicken. Yeah. That sounds like a good tradition to me, rather than all that cooking and cleaning and blah. I said to my brother, what if we just had spaghetti? And he was like, what? His wife's like, I want turkey. I'm like, okay. I could bring over some KFC though, that's all I'm saying. I'm so lazy anymore. Okay, guys, I'm going to get my light pad out and set us up, and we're going to start diamond painting this scene here. Be right back. Okay, guys, I'm going to tell you about the time. Okay, can I just say that this is some crazy mess? This is some crazy mess. Anyway, I'm going to tell you about the time that Bob and I went to Mexico. And we went, we went to one of them all-inclusive resorts. Yeah, and this is kind of a funny story. So we get there, and we just, we checked in, we go, and we got there kind of late. So by the time we were all checked in, we went up to our room, we dropped off our luggage, we got changed for dinner. It was like, I want to say it was like around 7 o'clock. So it was a little later. And so we decided, we're looking, and we decided we wanted to go to the hibachi, the Japanese restaurant. So we go over to the hibachi, we get in line, and we're standing behind this young couple. And, Bob's very friendly, so I can't remember what, but he started talking to the guy. Not very long, just like a couple blah, blah, blah. Have you eaten here? No, this is our first time, blah, blah. And so they come out and they ask us, you know, where do you want? We said we wanted hibachi. And, well, the couple was in front of us, so they said they wanted hibachi. We said we wanted hibachi. And then they come back and they're like, oh, we don't have any more seats for hibachi. It's just, you know, restaurant seating now. And so both of us, we say, all right, well, yeah, we'll eat in the restaurant. So we say, oh, have a nice dinner. And they go off to their dinner. And we go and sit and we go off to our dinner. And, yeah, then after that, we went to a bar, you know, one of the beach bars, and hung out and everything. And then we turned in for the night. We were tired traveling and everything. The next morning, we go down to the pool, and then we were like walking the beach, and someone had told us that if you walked along the beach and walked like kind of off of the resort property, just kept walking straight, you would hit a stand where they had snorkeling. You could pay for snorkeling. So we were like, oh, let's go do that. So we walked down. As we're walking towards the stand, we're walking along the beach. We passed that couple again. They're walking towards us. We're walking towards them. And Bob's like, oh, hey, yeah, did you enjoy the dinner? And they're like, oh, yeah, hi, how are you? Yeah, we enjoyed the food. Yeah, we did too, blah, blah, blah. I didn't even recognize them. So then as we're walking, he's like, you know, they were the couple standing in front of us. And I said, oh, yeah. So we go and we tell them we want to do snorkeling. It was only $50, I think, for 2 hours a person. And they said, just, you know, it was in the morning. We scheduled for the morning, the next morning. And they said, just keep walking and you'll see a dock, and go inside the store and give them your name, you know, and tell them that you reserved to snorkel the next morning. We're like, okay. So the next morning we wake up and we go down and we start walking and we follow the path and we see the dock, and we go into the little storefront, and we tell them, and we pay them the money. They give us some fins and snorkels and a life vest, and they tell us to just go wait out on the bench. They're like, just go wait out on the bench out there. Someone will be by to, you know, come pick you up and take you snorkeling. And we're like, okay. So we go sit down on the bench. Now we're sitting there, and I don't know, about 10 minutes later, this couple starts walking towards us, and it's the same couple, and they have snorkels and fins in their hands. And we're like, we're like, oh my God, how are you guys? And, you know, we're like, are you guys going snorkeling? They're like, yeah. And we start laughing. So, of course, now we're sitting there. We're both waiting for the boat to come get us. And so we start talking. We're like, where are you from? So they were from, I can't remember which one, but I think it was North Carolina. They were from one of the Carolinas. And, you know, we started talking to them. They were much younger than us. Very cute couple. Married, and turns out, and the husband, he had a very southern drawl. He spoke very slow and talked like this, and he was very sweet, and she was, and he was, you know, very just calm, and she was more rambunctious and, you know, lively and everything. And they were very cute. And so we're talking to them, and he was wearing some football jersey, football something, and Bob and him were talking about football. And the boat comes up, and it turns out we're on the same boat. So we're on the same boat. It's just the four of us. No other couple shows up. So now we're going out on this excursion, just the four of us alone. And we're just thinking, this is the funniest thing. Like, what are the chances, right? So this is so funny. So, you know, the guy takes us out. I don't know how far he rides us out. And then he puts the anchor down, and we all jump in the water. And he took us, like, it was really cool. They took us to some really cool spots. We saw a lot of cool fish. I mean, you know, he took us to where our starfish was. Like, it was really cool. And it felt like for $50, it felt like a very long time we were in the water, and we had a lot of fun. And so, you know, Bob and I were always holding hands, and they were always holding hands. So one time we all come up for air, and we're all fixing our masks. You know, you had to keep getting them fog out of it and like readjusting it and stuff. And so we're all kind of like floating and fixing the masks, and you know, next thing I know, I hear the Southern guy going, "Molly, Molly, you're holding the wrong hand." And I look up, and there's Bob and Molly holding hands, swimming away. I start cracking up, and he's just like, "Molly, Molly, Molly, you're with the wrong hand." And I start laughing so hard. Bob's head pops up because he can hear me laughing. And then she stops, and she looks up, and she can hear her husband, you know, calling her name. And they look over at us. They see us just floating in the water, and they're still holding hands. And she looks at his hand, and she like throws it. And oh, it was just so funny. I was just dying. I was laughing so hard. But you know that, and then we just had such a great time. And then the boat drives us back to the dock. We go into the store. We hand in the stuff. And we say to them, "All right, well, have a good vacation. You know, yeah, that was fun, but whatever." And we say bye to them. So, you know, Bob and I enjoy the rest of our evening. And then we end up, you know, the next morning, I say to Bob, I'm like, "Listen," because every morning we've been getting down there to the pool, and people, they clean the pool, the benches, and they might not ever come back to it, but they'll keep their towel there just in case. And then you don't have a spot to lay. So I said to Bob, "Listen, I want to get down there, and I want to get some chairs down by the beach this time, okay? So I want to get down there early and claim some chairs before breakfast." And he's like, "Okay." So we got up early, we went down there, we threw 2 towels on each chair, and then I threw my book and my hat. I threw my book on mine, my hat on his, and then we went to breakfast, okay? And I'm going to end the story there, and I'm going to tell you the rest of the story when I do that top up there, which is probably going to be like 10 hours from now, because this is crazy. All right, just saying. I'll be back.
Come joining us all, the feeling is here today. Come on now, let's go, caroling through the snow all day. magic in the air, 'cause something is waiting for me. Oh, 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 I've been good, but I can't last. Hurry Christmas, hurry now. I can't wait to see what's under the Christmas tree for you and me. Oh, little bad toys that cuddle and woo, dinosaurs, boats, and kitty cats too. Santa Claus is coming. I know that Santa Claus is coming. Oh, little bad toys that cuddle and woo, dinosaurs, boats, and kitty cats too. Santa Claus is coming. I know that Santa Claus is coming. Santa is coming. I know. Santa is coming. Oh.
Okay, we are done that first half. And it is the beginnings of a house and a big tree in front of it. So I am going to go ahead and remove the release paper so we can do the other half here. And I'm going to finish my story. Okay, so Bob and I get up early, we go downstairs, we put our towels and some belongings on 2 beach chairs, and then we go to eat breakfast. And we probably were at breakfast for like a good hour. And by the time we came out, I mean, all the beach chairs were taken. It was like ridiculous. And so we go back down to the beach and we find our chairs and we walk over to it. Oh no. Lorna. Oh no. I hope I'm gonna be able to get this out. Yes. Oh, phew. DP Gal Creations, guys. This broke. And even though this was tight and not spinning, I was still able to easily pull it out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I have not changed this putty since I started this painting. Museum putty. I got the tip by Diamonds Washi, Katie. And yeah, I bought the same exact one that her link gave. And I have not had to change this putty. All right, I need to get another one. Hold on. Let's stop the video. This is important. Oh, no. I got a little of the putty on here. Oh, geez, we're a mess. Okay. Stop the presses. 1 second. So here is my mesh bag with most of my tips in it. And then here is the museum putty that Katie recommended. I will link both below. I love these bags. I keep a lot of different things in them. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Number 7. That's my favorite. I was using a 6 because I think I found that first. I actually don't mind the 6, especially on this painting. It's not like I'm using it a ton. Okay. And we just grab a pinch. Oh, so let's pop this baby in there. You see that? Did you see how nice? So see how easy it comes out? See how nice it goes in? And then it doesn't spin. It's perfect. Literally perfect. And then you just get the little pinch and you roll it into a snake. Like that. And then you just squish it in, squish it in, squish, squish. And then I just go like this and you get the excess off. See, even that little pinch was still too much. And then I just push the rest in like that. And voila. It's a beautiful. Okay. All right. Let's try this again. Let me fix this row that I messed up. Perfection. Yes. Beautiful. Okay, so we ate breakfast. We go back down to the beach. We find our beach chairs. And it is packed, guys. It is packed. I'm like, thank God we saved beach chairs. And we lay down, we get settled, and then we look over, and who is sitting in the two beach chairs right next to us, to our right? Yes, Molly and Steve. Like, I mean, okay. I can't express to you how many beach chairs there were. I mean, first of all, there were 3 separate sections of the beach to even pick beach chairs. And then the amount of beach chairs in the section, I mean, just random. We look over and we're like, oh my God, are you guys like stalking us? And, you know, we had a good laugh and we started talking. And so then, you know, we were like, well, how long are you here for? And it turned out we both booked an excursion on the same day. Like, it would have been really weird if we booked the same type of excursion, but we booked different ones. And it was like the next night. So that night, we're like, well, you want to get together for dinner tonight? Because, I mean, we were like, obviously, we're meant to, like, party together. Like, this is not coincidence, right? So there was a rock and roll, like an 80s rock and roll concert for entertainment that night. And they were like, yeah, we're going to it. So we decided to meet up in the lobby, have, you know, a few drinks, and then go to the rock and roll thing, and then go to dinner afterwards. And yeah, and then after that we went to, there is a video of us doing karaoke somewhere. Where, I don't know, but Sweet Home Alabama. And yeah, we had a blast. And so the next day we both had excursions, and they went on their excursion, and we went on ours, and then we met up the next day. We did a pool day together, and it was so funny. Bob and Steve, they did, like, because you know how at the pool they have like different games and stuff and competitions, and so Bob and Steve, they both like went and did competitions. It was hilarious. We just had so much fun. And then that night we went to dinner together. They said that it was their last night. We had one more night, and because they were there one night prior to us, and so they said they wanted to go out of all the restaurants, their favorite restaurant was the French restaurant, and they said they wanted to try that again. And we were like, okay. So we met them there for dinner, and and it was so funny because they had been there before. Steve knew that the scallop appetizer came with 2 scallops. So he says to the guy, because you know, at an all-inclusive, you can order as much and as many of anything you want. So he says to the guy, I want the scallop appetizer, but I want 4 of them. So he meant 4 scallops, and they bring it out, and there's 8 scallops in there because they thought he meant 4 servings. So he let us all have a scallop, and we tried that, and yeah, it was so funny. And then that night we went to a bar, and afterwards a beach bar, and we just did dancing. We just had so much fun. And yeah, we obviously became Facebook friends, and I've since watched them have 2 children. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and they're really sweet. Like every once in a while we'll send each other a message or whatever. But you know, and you know what's funny? He was a chicken farmer, or I guess is a chicken farmer, and she was an ICU nurse like me. So we were talking shop. I'm like, what are the chances of meeting another ICU nurse and a chicken farmer? But yeah, it was so funny and weird. Like it was like, we're like, okay, obviously the universe wants us to just, you know, be friends and party together. So we did, and it was such a fun vacation. And yeah, we got like lifelong friends out of it. So that is my Cancun story. Yeah, I am going to go ahead and finish this up. This one has a lot more multi-placing, and I think this is going to go a lot faster. This was complete madness, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. I'm gonna say, I can tell you right now that I now, like, because of the, you know, wanting to get this done in December, well, not wanting to miss a day, and then, you know, unfortunately I wasn't able to do that. But the time restriction of this, I haven't been able to, you know, go back and forth between 2 canvases, and I really miss that. I miss it so much. Like, I just want to like start another project or something. I mean, I just want to do something else. But I'm not saying I don't love this, but I just got used to, like, you know, being able to be in a mood and do a different thing. And yeah, so we're almost there. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get started. Enjoy the music.
Outdoor caroling, while the church bells are ringing, spreading peace, love, and joy. We're gonna be better, let's enjoy. I can't believe it's Christmas. Dazzling light, everything is white. Oh, this Christmas, everything will work out fine.
have it, a beautiful snow-covered house and a tree with lights in the windows. In a huge snow globe. Love it. I'm gonna zoom us out. Hold on. And there we have it. Our house. It's almost there, guys. 2 more squares. Oh my goodness. We're gonna be done this canvas before you know it. Yes, I love it. It's gorgeous. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up on the way out. And if you want to see more from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the family and friends here at Kimbaskrafts. I would love to have you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care. Keep diamond painting.